Hey guys, welcome back to another art video. These are Ohuhu markers, and for those of you who don't know what these are, they are alcohol-based markers, meaning that you can blend them together more easily as opposed to a water-based marker such as Crayola. So some of you guys might know that I actually already have a set of alcohol-based markers myself, and here they are. The bag is quite dirty. These are from Keyboard. They have 50 markers in them, as you can see. So I do really like these, of course. I use them anytime you see me use alcohol-based markers. It is these ones, and they work very well for me. However, I heard that Ohuhu has really, great quality markers. And I don't know the first thing when it comes to good quality alcohol-based markers and what they would be like. But I just figured, I'd get them because they are pretty cheap. This is the 48 set with a bonus colorless blender, and it is the brush nib and the chisel nib, and it was only $30, so why not get it, why not see what they are like. And I definitely do plan to keep using these ones right here because, like I said, they are really good in my opinion. So I'm not just gonna completely just throw these away or something. However, for this video, I am going to be using exclusively Ohuhu markers to color in the picture because this is going to be an Ohuhu marker review. So I am going to see what all of the hubbub is about. I haven't used these, I haven't even opened up the bag yet, but I am only going to do it until after I draw and line the picture that we are going to be doing. So what picture are we going to be doing with coloring these in?
Well, I am so glad that you asked.
So right here is what my idea is going to be. Please ignore this really bad watercolor drawing. I should probably get better at watercolors. But anyways, you can see up there in the corner, just barely, I have a little thumbnail sketch. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a bookmark with my favorite, or some of my favorite book characters. As you can see, I listed them out all right here. So I'm going to see how that works, and I'm going to be doing this on some watercolor paper because, I don't know, for some reason, I just feel like markers work really well in watercolor paper, and I don't really know why. Maybe it's just me. I'm not sure. Maybe these Ohuhus won't work well in watercolor paper, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to try it out because that's what I do with my keyboards, and they work really well on there. So yeah, I'm going to get right into that because I'm just so excited to just start coloring with these things already. So let's get into the speed draw. And right now I am sketching out all of the characters that are going to be on the bookmark. And just in case you couldn't read the names from me quickly flashing up the thumbnail of this, the characters that I'm going to be drawing are Beth from Little Women and Joe, also from Little Women, Hermione and Hedwig from Harry Potter, Peppy from Awkward, Anne from Anne of Green Gables, and Piper and Sloane from Antihero. So they're pretty good books. I would definitely recommend them. A couple of them are graphic novels, so some people don't consider graphic novels books. I do, but I mean, to each their own. If you don't consider them books, then I don't know. I guess they're pieces of text. I don't know what you consider them if you don't think that they're books. Anyways, I'm just sketching them out here, and you probably saw before in the footage I have a pretty big jump in the footage from sketching them because I just felt like I was sitting there forever. I think it took an hour and a half just sketching and lining, not even coloring, and I was just so impatient. I wanted to just because the real reason I was drawing this was just for me to use the markers, and I really wanted to just open up those markers and use them, and it was such a drag to have to sketch out this whole thing before I even got to open them up. So yeah, that's pretty tough for me. Okay, so I have finished the line art and the sketching process. Finally, I feel like I was there, like, literally just forever. Does it look a little messy? Yes, it does.
It's just so messy. I was really hard to try and see what was supposed to be what.
And Peppy's eyes are definitely way too far apart, but that's not important right now. What is important is that I finally get to open these. So, let's see what we've got going on in here.
So it has, it's like a little zipper pouch thingy. You can already see them. Alright. I don't need jam zipper in my life. Zipper's really hard to, oh wait, I know why it's really hard to open, because this little marker thing is like the little piece of plastic that you put beneath the marker. Got stuck on the zipper. Oh no. Okay, well, it looks like that's going to be kind of busted up when I open this. Oh, I can see them all. Okay, wait. Come on, zipper, you can do this. Yeah, it's caught right there. There we go.
Okay, so yeah, we got this thing, but it is for putting beneath, oh, that's kind of weird. It is for putting beneath the paper so that the marker doesn't bleed through. Here they are, the Ohuhu markers. I already like how the barrel is rounded. My keyboard markers have a square, like the actual marker, that's what the barrel is, have a square barrel. Here is the chisel nib. This is like an expo marker, like the end of an expo marker. Alright, and here is the cool part, the brush nib. Okay. Cool. So, close that very carefully. I don't want the brush to go all messed up. Oh wait, here's a little... Okay, wait. Oh, you can... Oh, that's cool. So you can swatch them. I usually don't swatch my art supplies, if I'm being quite honest with you. But, you know, if you are going to be all fancy, you can do that. I'm so excited to start coloring. Let's go. Okay, so let's start here on Beth's dress. So those are our two colors, and I do the shadow or the shading first. Okay. I am excited. Alright, so usually I do the light coming from here. So we'll do that still. Okay, so this is... I'm very scared to just I'm completely going to go out of line. But the brush is actually pretty stiff. Alright, looking nice, looking pretty snazzy. Alright, the coverage is pretty even. I'm not seeing any streaks. Now let's go in with the main color. Oh, wait, I accidentally got Hermione's hand. Okay, that's okay. She's just gonna have a little bit of a pink hand. We'll work with it. It's like blushing. Alright, that's looking good. It kind of looks a little bit like a nightgown, but that's okay. She can wear her pajamas. I mean, you know. Same. I am liking the way that these are working. They seem pretty cool. I especially like the brush tip because I hadn't had a brush tip before. So let's keep going. And now came the time where I finally got to color with these things. I'm going to tell you guys my overall final review at the end of the video. But right now I just want to take the time to say that we have reached 30 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and liking and commenting and doing all that amazing stuff that you guys do. So I am going to have a 30 subscriber special. I didn't have a 20 subscriber special. I said I was going to do an animation, but I'm not going to do that animation anymore. I pretty much just scrapped everything that I had from it because I don't know, I'm not into the idea really anymore. So for my 30 subscriber special, I want to make it up to you guys. So I am going to be doing shout outs, and if you want a shout out, then just leave a comment on this video saying that you would like a shout out. And I'm going to actually give a somewhat helpful shout out. I'm not just gonna flash up your channel icon and your name on the screen for 2 seconds. I'm gonna go in depth to what your channel does. So yeah, it'll hopefully be helpful, and hopefully I can get you guys some subscribers because you got me a subscriber, so I want to give it back to you. So yeah, once again, if you want a shout out, then all you have to do is go in the comment section and say that you want a shout out, and your video does have to be family friendly. If it's not family friendly, I'm not going to give you a shout out. I'm sorry. So yeah, and then in the next video, at the beginning of the next video, you will get a shout out for your channel. So yeah, hopefully you guys like that 30 subscriber special. And now we'll just continue with the speed draw. And here is the finished product. I think that it looks pretty good. Some of the characters do look a little bit messy, but that was just because I was so excited to test out the markers that I wasn't really focused on fixing all the mistakes. I think that my favorite character on this whole bookmark that I drew was probably Hermione. I think that she came out the best. But they all look pretty okay, except for Peppy and Sloane. I kind of they're not looking their greatest. But enough about the drawing. About the markers, what do I recommend them? And I would say for $30, they are pretty good. I really like the brush nib because my other markers don't have a brush nib. They just have the bullet and the chisel nib. So the brush nib is really nice. I'd say that's probably the biggest pro. As in like the blend ability, if that's a word, I'm not really sure like if it's that much better or worse than my other markers, but I do definitely like the brush nib, and I like how I can have a whole bunch of more like different colors in my collection. One thing though, they don't have really any like dark brown. That was one thing that I noticed about the markers, which is not that big of a deal to me because my other alcohol-based markers have really dark browns in them, so you know, I can still use that dark brown color. But if you are just getting Ohuhu markers, then there's no like dark brown in them. The darkest brown is still really light, if you ask me. And there's also a lot of greens in the set, and they all look almost identical. So, you know, that's not the greatest. But overall, I would say that they are worth the money. If you can find it on sale, then that's probably good. But like $30, I mean, just go for it. Honestly, I think that it is worth your time. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all next week with another gaming video. Bye bye.